And we are live.
Alrighty. What are we gonna talk about?
Well, I don't know. When did you find out that you were a faggot? I just start talking shit right off the bat.
Back when? No, I'm just kidding.
Back when? Well, socialism sucks.
Yeah, but everyone knows that down here,
Yeah,
except for the Californians.
that's true. And the ones that keep moving there too, huh?
Yeah, they complain about how sucky it is to live there, and then they vote because they voted Democrat, and then they vote Democrat here. It's funny.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say.
never learn.
During the election in the electoral college, Texas went blue for a little bit, or it
The
went
what? The
purple.
whole what?
It went purple.
Two half and half.
Yep. To be fair, all the people that actually work didn't get off yet to go vote.
Oh yeah. That's a joke. You're saying that as a joke, aren't you? I was like, wait a second. You know where our polls actually were? I mean, no, where we went to go vote when I voted was at a church. That's how
Um,
southern we are. Or is it at every church?
in
There's everyone
Oregon,
at church.
we mail our ballot.
What?
Yep,
That sounds fixable.
it can be. It can be.
Because we went to the machines and it was like very freaking private.
Well, you can register to vote online here, and then you mail your ballot, and then they count it. You can mail it like weeks in advance, or you can go to one of the locations and drop it off. It really depends.
You know the funny part, when me and my dad was, because he's a big Trump, he was I don't know if he still is, I think he is, but a Trump supporter, right?
Hmm.
And so was the whole family, at least at the time, because we knew that Gary Johnson wasn't going to win,
Yeah.
but we didn't want Hillary to win either. So we were like, you know, we're just going to vote Trump.
Give
And
them the numbers.
yeah, and next to us was this dude that was like very like outspoken. He was like, "Yeah, I forced my girlfriend to come here. We just have to vote. We have to vote." And my dad whispers to me, he goes, "I know he's voting for Hillary. I can tell just by the way he is, just because he's
Low
you know,
testosterone.
typical beta male, you know."
Yeah.
His girlfriend was just quiet. Like you could tell she was being forced to. She just like didn't even care.
Did she
But
have more testosterone than he did?
no, she was very sexy actually.
Oh.
Just very quiet. I think
Not
I went to high school with her because she looked familiar.
probably very unpolitical.
Yeah, she's just like, I just want to go to work and go home, and that's it. Actually, that's how I feel in most cases.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We have two people watching. Let's make it interesting.
Oh, you think it's Tyler?
Probably not. He doesn't know about this channel.
Let me see if I could go to it. That way I could,
Be the third one.
no. So, yeah, actually, so I could watch the comments.
I don't think there will be any comments.
You took them down?
No. Because nobody's commented yet.
No, I'm just saying, if there ever is any. I'm trying to figure out how to switch count. Switch count.
Oh,
What's it do you?
Shivers, LOL, hi. What's up, man? How you
Oh.
doing? How you doing, buddy?
You here to troll? You here to troll, boy?
No, I think he heard me talking about how nobody's commented.
Dang, I'm trying to find your freaking videos. God dang. Home? No, it's not going to be in home. It's going to be in our videos.
Not much, dude. Nah. Where are you from,
What
buddy?
is-
Where are you from? Age, sex, and location? No, I'm just kidding.
And age. No, I'm just kidding.
I said that.
Oh, you did? I did not hear that
Well,
at
maybe if
all.
English was your native language.
You're racist. No, I'm just... Dude, over here, everyone's like very racy, but not racist. Like, out in the open, people call each other like cracker, beaner. I'm scared to say the N word because it's such a sensitive word, but you know what I mean.
Couldn't you get away with it though?
Me, yeah. No, not no, because I sound like a white person. So.
Yeah. Well, Mexicans in this state is so gay.
The banner.
Massachusetts. Are you reading the?
I'm trying to get into the video. What's it called?
Oh, it's on Logan for Liberty.
Oh, so it's not on our channel.
No, I wasn't gonna do anything I'm keeping that separate.
Okay, okay. Can you give me a link?
Just type
Oh wait,
in,
I'll just
yeah, Logan
Logan.
for Liberty. Um, this guy I'm talking to is from Texas. I'm from Oregon.
Yep. Oh wow, you got 1,000 and what? You got more than 1,000 subscribers?
I've been telling you that for so long.
Well, the thing is, I didn't believe you at all.
I think this guy's from Massachusetts. He says his state is so gay.
Dude, nah. Mass. This state is so gay. What state is he from? North.
Massachusetts.
Oh, when he said mass, I thought he was talking about something else.
You got a massive
My
ass.
bad.
You got an ass full of mass.
Booty.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am.
Why is it gay, buddy? Why is it gay?
I don't know anything about anything outside of Texas and Georgia and California. Just everyone knows about California.
I was gonna go to California, but
Why? To be
no,
poor?
no. I mean,
You
just
would be considered poor over there.
no, just to visit, because
Ah.
we were gonna see Braylon's family back in those good old days. The trip was supposed.
for days.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's why it sucks.
Yeah. Didn't you guys pass? Didn't you guys ban bump stocks recently? There's a YouTuber I follow named Liberty Doll, and she covered that, I think.
I still don't believe that you have more than 1,000 subscribers. I mean, not to be a dick or anything. It's just I've never looked at your account, but
Well,
Liberty in your name, so that makes sense.
well, no. When I got all the subscribers, it was Renegade Slogan Media.
Oh wow.
I did a video on the Young Turks, and it went really viral.
You didn't expect it to?
No, but what sucks was I had I think it was I used a clip from Shmoyaho, those people that do remixes of stuff like Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wife.
Oh, that guy.
Dead giveaway, yeah. So it was copyrighted, and it was. Let me see how many views it was. It was over. It was like 100-something thousand views, and I didn't get paid for a single view or a single ad revenue at all.
Dang.
Yeah.
But all you have to do is put a little disclaimer at the beginning, like fair use, commentary, using it for commentary, and you should be good.
It technically was for. I don't know if it would technically.
Educational purposes, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if it would count under that though. Let's see. Most viewed. How many views?
Socialist. I like the little.
300,000, almost 400,000 views. Yeah, that sucks that you got a bump stocks banned. There's legislation coming through Oregon that will ban anything with more than 10 rounds of magazine.
Oh, that actually, I think that happened in Texas, but like with 15 rounds in a magazine. But a lot of people already have like more than that.
Well,
Like wait,
let's just say I have a GT 111, and no, a G2 111. My bad. A Millennium G2 PT 111. Sorry, I couldn't think of it.
I still don't know the name of the gun my brother made. I should just look it up. No, I should just go bug him while he's asleep.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
Anyway, this legislation would ban my handgun. My compact handgun.
You mean the one that's about to go through in your state where you're going to go to prison for having the guns that you have already if you don't turn them in?
Yeah, it would be a felony.
Jeez.
The only thing that I have, which would still be legal, is my Mosin Nagant and then my 20 gauge shotgun. That's about it.
Oh.
My AR-15.
Oh, shotguns are always going to be alright as long as you don't make it a sawed-off.
Well, I don't know, because even some of them are going so far that they want to ban
I don't
shotguns.
get why the sawed-off would be a ban, though. Like, a wider spread, is that such an issue?
Concealable.
Ah.
Well, the thing is if these left-wingers were semi-intelligent, they wouldn't be going after AR-15s.
They go after handguns.
Handguns and shotguns.
And black people. I mean, no, sorry, cut that out.
He's Mexican, it's okay. No, because
Oh my god.
if you look at most mass shootings, though, they typically with the exception of like the Las Vegas shooting, but it's typically one thing. There's typically one thing that's common across all of them. Not talking about the perpetrator, but the way it's carried out. It's generally in confined, small, populated spaces because they're going for the body count. I think Florida was like the rare exception where there was an actual AR-15 used in Las Vegas.
And a lot of people went down.
Yeah. Well, you had that one in I think it was Sutherland Springs, Texas. Sutherland Springs, something like that in Texas.
Honestly, a lot of them happen in schools, don't they? At least recently.
Well, there was the Las Vegas one, and then I can't remember in what order it went, but there was the Las Vegas ones, and then there was Sutherland Springs, which was in Texas, and then we had Parkland, and then we had the one with the shotgun, and I think that kid even brought bombs to school. The one in Texas, though, it was a really small town, and the guy was in body armor shooting up a church with an AR-15 style rifle, but he was stopped by an NRA instructor with an AR-15 style rifle.
Dang. And they still think it's a problem.
Yeah.
Well, they just think through magic all guns will disappear and like all violence will disappear, putting these laws out.
Well,
it's funny.
And a lot of it's media sensationalism too. Like I don't know if you remember, but when I was in kindergarten at the time, and I remember hearing on the news about all these shark attacks that were happening. And
oh yeah, but really, they're still very rare for shark attacks to actually happen.
Well, within that decade, it was the lowest year of shark attacks, and they called it the Summer of Sharks. And I was scared because
you live by the beach.
Yeah, we moved by the beach.
But you live by a North Beach, so there's no such thing as sharks over there. Only them hammerheads.
Are you fucking lying right now?
Yes. I didn't know cursing was allowed.
Oh, dude. You should have seen my Young Turks video. That it was bad.
Of course.
If you read the comments too, dude, it is so bad.
Just Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
Google it. That's facts right there. You could just Google it.
Look it up.
I didn't look it up myself. Just he's the kind of guy that'll read like the headlines of the Google search links. Facts. Google it.
Well, I think he tried saying that the Republican and Democratic Party switched in the 60s.
But really, all those votes were from Republicans.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some truth to the switch. Some truth.
Just Google it. He said a comment. Oh, I hear his voice when I read it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, Steven Crowder's
Well, because I've seen debates, and you know what a lot of people do is without knowing the content, they'll be like, "Well, here's a study." It's like I'm not gonna read the I'm not gonna read the study in this debate. We don't got time for this.
Well, no, what he does though, and it's so annoying when he does it. He will be and this is in every debate he's ever been in. He'll say something like, "Well, just the other day, the Koch brothers came out and said."
Oh yeah.
Said, yeah, you know, we take subsidies and, you know, I apologize and, you know, I won't take subsidies anymore. He always says that. He's like, well, just the other day, some Republicans said, yeah, you know, there was a reasonable discussion. He always says something like, well, just the other day.
Just the other day. Kind of like Joe Rogan. I read this article. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I read somewhere. Well, the thing with Joe Rogan, though, is he actually did read something.
Yeah.
Or
hopefully.
It's Joe I know a guy Rogan.
I mean, he read the important parts at least, I guess.
Right?
Right. You know what bothers me?
What?
How some people, based on the color of the skin, are allowed to say certain words and some aren't. Like, okay, so my friend, he's black. We were playing Fortnite, right? And I say nigga a lot. We talk about that. We say that a lot to each other. And then a white guy says it, and he goes, whoa, whoa. He stops it right there. Whoa. And they're like, why is you allowed to say? He goes, well, he ain't white. Well, also I grew up with this kid, so
So you guys are
that's
close.
why we're really close. It triggered me, to be honest, because I'm like, come on, man, like we're all friends here. Because you work with the dude. I don't know. It triggers me a little bit how some people are allowed to say those things. Just because you got a better tan than others, basically. Because that's all race is. Being born at a specific place on Earth
Mm-hmm.
causes you to have more melanin than others.
Yeah, if you're born in a place with more sun, you'll be darker. So
Yeah.
it'll.
But then that's weird when black people have a kid in the North and somehow the kid is black
Well,
still.
well, that's from. Well, yeah, my ex always talks shit about Spanish people, but she wasn't brown enough to say shit apparently.
I'm trying to
Uh, I don't know.
understand.
Well, no, it's funny, JD Joe. Oh, I said your name because
You bastard.
because you're
Thank-
Mexican and you can't speak Spanish.
Yeah. That's a curse. I tried learning, like actually went to classes for like 3 years and just I didn't. Okay, I learned enough to pass the tests and do the verbal tests, and then I would forget it all and never use it again. But I was required to take 2 years.
Didn't you say that your parents never taught you it so they could talk in
No.
private?
Yeah, so they could talk crap, basically. Like, like that stupid.
No.
I understand those words.
Well, no, because it's so relatable for me because obviously English, native language, only language I know. But half of our school in high school was Mexicans.
And you know they're talking trash. Funny thing is, at my school, we had a veteran teacher substitute. He came in. He was like really old, and the Mexican students were talking in Spanish, and they were talking crap about him, and he knew it because he spoke Spanish back. Said, "Don't try that with me." I know. I think he said like 5 different languages, something like that. And that's what Mexicans do. They hope you don't know the language so they can talk crap.
Well, luckily, Tomas is one of my best friends out here. So...
He don't know Spanish either, though, does he?
No, he knows Spanish. He speaks
Oh.
it. Although he sounds like a black guy.
Yeah.
Was your ex-girlfriend a Spaniard, Shivers?
I think I've only... Oh, him. I was about to say I've only dated Mexicans. I'm not a racist, but that's how it ends up being.
What were you gonna say about Tomas?
Tom. No, I was...
Oh, you were gonna say
No, I said what I said.
Heard him or something. You.
No, he just sounds... He doesn't sound black to me. He sounds like a depressed white person.
Did she
He's
actually...
got no expression.
What's that, JD?
He's just got the same... He sounds the same monotone every time he talks. It's weird.
Oh god, I don't know if we ever told you the story, but he was so bad at being secretive. I think it was sophomore year, so this was years ago. 2012? It's 2012, I think. Anyway, so I was dating a girl, but my ex-girlfriend also was there, but they were in the same grade, and she was behind us, and she was starting shit with my current girlfriend, and so we were talking shit in our group. Like, we had a group of like 7 people, and me and Tyler are like, when we're talking shit about my ex-girlfriend, we're like, Tomas, dude, don't make it obvious that we're talking about her, because he was staring. So he turns around, points, and then goes, oh, like making it obvious that we were talking about her. And
he probably did it on purpose.
no, he can't help it. That's just who he is. And
he would laugh and then look at you. Yeah, you're right. Like make it obvious that you're the one that said something.
Yeah. No, but we would deal all the time. We're like, Tomas, you're gonna get us in trouble. He's like, oh. Anyway, did your girlfriend speak Spanish? Shivers?
No. God dang. You gotta like say, hey, Shivers. Does she ever speak Spanish?
Wait, your girlfriend doesn't speak Spanish? JD?
Yeah, no. None of them. Well, maybe one of them did. I was really in it for the booty, though, so I didn't learn much about that one. I don't get why you don't like black girls. I don't know. I got some good black girls. I forgot about that conversation.
We'll go into that in just a second. Oh, that was rich. That was awesome.
I was just thinking about some black girls I know, and I was like, dang, really missing out, Logan.
Well, no. So when Tomas was over, and because we talked about it before, when we both worked at the grocery store, I was like,
but he likes black girls too, right?
Yeah, he does.
Some, at least.
He doesn't like Mexican girls for some reason, because he said they always have something weird going on with them.
Well, the ones in your school have flat asses, so I understand.
You see, he's exaggerating about that though. She did, so it turned me off when she'd space.
Like all she'd ever say is "Ay, papi," and that was it.
Did she ever call you Poppy?
Pinche way.
Oh God, that's.
God, I wish I learned Spanish. I would love to speak another language fluently. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's something that people use around here. You hear like freaking Asian language a lot here.
Oh my
the
God.
nail salons. So yeah, my girlfriend takes me to. Okay, no, more like I have to drive her to get her nails done whenever she does, but she'll offer to get me freaking pedicure, and you're like, you know what? It's free. I'll take it. And they're always talking to each other in some Chinese or Vietnamese language, and it always bothers me because I wonder if they're talking shit about my feet.
Dude.
Yeah, she took out an ingrown nail.
Oh.
And she straight up said in English, "That stinks."
Oh gosh.
She's like, "Is that what you're saying in English? I wonder what you're saying in Chinese, whatever you're speaking."
Mandarin. Hello, nah, way more.
Oh, he didn't even know what any of she said. She could be complaining about how small you are, and you would never know.
But that's the thing, though, is like you don't understand it. My brother always.
That's the mystery that's so hot.
Oh yeah,
right?
when my brother was still a bachelor, he always talked about getting like a mail order bride, one that can't speak English, because she'd be like mad at him and she'd be yelling at him, and he'd be like, "Oh, it's so cute. I have no idea what you're saying. Just go ahead, keep talking."
But make sure to have dinner ready.
Yeah. I dated a Mexican once. I was in junior high.
Oh, Ilse?
Yeah. She was pretty cool.
She was with someone's brother, I remember.
Talon's
oh yeah,
brother. Not the way she...
Not the way she was riding.
Why did you guys break up, buddy?
No, they didn't. I think she's still with her.
No.
Oh no, you said my ex. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Oh no. Talon's brother isn't with Ilse anymore.
Yeah, of course not.
That was years ago, dude.
She-ho.
No, she has a baby now.
Exactly, She-ho.
Well, no, she's still with the guy though. Just like you know how.
What
how
is the baby his?
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I'm done.
You come on, dude. You're Mexican. You
Yeah,
know.
no.
They
I
either
got a girl pregnant, and I wasn't happy with her.
you would have left her.
I wouldn't care about the child support. I'd be like, fine, have it. But I'm not gonna be with you.
I work with a guy at our sawmill, and he's a boiler operator, and he has a couple baby mamas.
That's bad.
Yeah.
He's,
No.
you know, he's poor.
Well, he makes a lot of money, but yeah, he is poor because of all that child support. He had
Makes a lot of money, gets to keep a little bit of it.
Well, I think he had like a 2016 I don't remember. It was a Toyota Tundra. I'm not sure. Anyway, he had to sell it, get rid of it because he couldn't afford the payments on it because he was paying so much child support. Anyway, he went to jail because he threw a Subway sandwich at his girlfriend.
That's abuse, bro. Was it toasted? If it was toasted, he could like mess up her face, bro.
Well, that's the thing because the Subway that we had here, like when it was toasted, it was rock hard. So we're like, yeah, dude, you didn't throw it at her, you fucking clubbed her.
Yeah, the cheese was so hot it fused to her face.
Yeah. No,
Does she sued him too? Nah.
How old were you guys?
Shivers.
Shivers.
Because I think you're talking to me.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Jitter. We're 25 minutes in and we haven't talked about socialism and why it sucks.
We did for 10 seconds. I was about to say minutes, but
yeah, no.
it doesn't have to just be about socialism. It could.
That's true.
That's what you lead off with.
We can have fun.
It's like our first podcast, real Like we've been talking about it since 2013. We're finally doing.
2012 actually. When I went back in our
Oh,
messages.
you went back to those chat.
22.
Well, we have the PCs to do it now, actually, because back then you would talk about it. I'm like, I don't have shit. I was looking at my computer and I was like, man, I've come a long way.
What was funny was I brought it up as an idea, and then you were.
Dude, she was older than you. That's awesome. Anyway, go on.
Fuck, you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm sorry. It happens to me too. Aw.
Do you like the older ones or the younger ones?
I like them older, personally. I'm pretty sure he does. If that's a 3-year difference, dude.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Wasn't your girlfriend in middle school when you were like a senior? Me and Tyler always make fun of that you and Braylon. I'm pretty sure she was exaggerating, but that's why I'm asking right now. Or was she like a freshman when you were a senior?
She was a freshman when I was a senior, but I started dating her when I was a junior.
Okay, so she was in middle school.
But it was towards the end of
okay, first thing, that's gross.
Well, I was
anyway.
I was
her
only
parents were cool with it, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, because her parents did the same thing back in the day.
And it's legal, so
21 and up though now.
You know what my coworker said? He goes, you know what I say? Once she reaches 100 pounds, she's ready. Just
he
said it in front of a female employee coworker.
Oh, that's great.
He looked at him like in disgust, and I laughed. I'm like, he gets me. I don't agree with him, but I'm just like, if you're being humorous and you're not being serious, that's funny. He was from Puerto Rico, so he could be serious.
He probably was.
Yeah, he's probably serious, but like coded it as a joke
to cover his own ass.
Yeah, he did buy an expensive computer from Costco. I'm wondering if it's like got a whole bunch of child porn in it already. I won't know until he gets deported, but.
You think he's gonna get deported?
No, I don't think he's illegal. He's not illegal. Costco wouldn't have hired him because they do background checks over there. Which I was actually scared. I'm like, I remember getting pulled over once. Am I gonna be jobless now?
That Mexican girl I sent you a picture of. She's not a U.S. citizen.
The one with the eyes.
The one with those.
She did have pretty eyes.
So Shivers, you're only gonna date 21 and up, or that's your preference?
Yeah, just older than him. He likes MILFs.
Yeah. Well,
You know, if you really like MILFs, you should be a vacuum cleaner salesman. Like, moms dig that.
Oh, freaking Hodge twins.
No, that was my dad's thing too. When he was a salesman going up to people's doors, it was always these moms with married women with children. Invite him over, and then stuff would happen.
Oh, I like the way you sell those vacuum cleaners.
No, more like, you look young and able, unlike my limp husband.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm pretty sure that's more of the reason.
That's screwed up. Have you ever watched Stranger Things?
I have.
Do you remember season 2 when the Billy goes over to what's his face's house and he's flirting with his mom? No, not Will.
First off, yes, I thought that part was actually awesome.
It was so funny.
Because it's stuff that actually happened in the 80s where moms would mess around with little kids like that.
And he has a mullet, and he's wearing the jean jacket, and he takes a bite out of the cookie.
I can't believe that's something the girls in that show found hot. And it's just like, he looked like a goofball.
It was the 80s, though, dude.
I know, but I feel like there's cooler looking 80s looks rather than that. I mean, I understand the car. The girls would find that pretty sexy, because these days, to have a car like that in high school, oh my god. Swimming in poos.
Not out here. We had
over here, everyone got a ride to school. No one had cars. And when they did, it was senior year, and there was that one kid, I want to say privileged, that you know he didn't work for that car. Parents got him like a Camaro or freaking Dodge Charger or a Mustang. It's freaking. That's what my school had, and just still no one liked him.
I was gonna go into a story about a Mexican I was friends with, and he had
Not
a.
that's not Tomas.
That's not Tomas. Yeah,
Okay.
he had a Camaro, and
Oh my god.
let's just say it didn't work out the way that you described. He wasn't an ugly dude either. He was a pretty swag looking dude. What kind of car? Huh?
24, never had a car.
It's
I got a
expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, I had me a free hand-me-down. Didn't even work. I spent $1,300 getting it to just start, and now I still don't have AC, and it's been like 5 years. It's the same car.
Well, dude, that's just like my pickup. So I bought it when I was 18 for under 6,000, I think. So I'm getting close to paying it off. I have it for a year. December comes around, and the trainee goes out. So I had to spend $1,800. I'm still paying that off to fix this truck that I didn't pay off at the time. 3 months later, the frickin' motor blows, or the engine blows.
Dang.
And yeah, after I spent $1,800 trying to fix the trainee, I got stranded in another town. Luckily, yeah, it wasn't that far. It was like maybe a hour and 25 minutes away from where I live.
And a walk that would have been a lot longer.
Yeah, definitely. Well, full coverage, so insurance.
I'm stuck between wanting to buy another car or upgrade my PC. Once you start upgrading it, it gets addicting, and you want it to be the best you can get. But at the same time, I really need a car.
Shivers.
A new one.
What is your dream car? I want to know what your dream car is, if you have one.
My dream car is one with AC. Anything that has AC in it. It's killing me over here because every day is over 100 degrees, and the drive hurts.
See, I was expecting you to say something like you wanted a lowrider, JD.
What? Because I'm a beaner? It's got to have hydraulics too.
Yeah, that's funny.
And I'm going to put tats on the windows. Actually, my dad had... It was a crappy car when we were kids. It was just... I don't even remember what it was. But on the back of it, he had a friend that did... Have you heard of the tattoo on the windows?
Kind of.
Where you shave the glass off to put images on it?
I think so.
Yeah, he... that was the first time I ever saw tits, and I was like 6 years old. 6 or 7. Yeah, because they drew... It was like all fantasy and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know much about cars and shit.
Neither do I, and it's actually kind of sad for me because my dad's
The
master,
mechanic?
Yeah, he's a master technician.
Yeah, I don't really care to learn about cars. I always feel bad when dudes are talking about cars. I don't know enough about them. All I know is freaking how to fix stuff on it, but I don't really care about models and stuff. I only care about the model that I'm driving so that I know how to fix it. And that's it.
Yeah, well, probably. So, 'cause I live in a small town, and the area of the county I live in is more conservative, and because I work at a sawmill, non-union, I'm around a bunch of, conservative, right-wing type of, if our car breaks down, we work on it. So I feel so stupid around every single one of them.
You feel like less of a man.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here.
Actually, that's how I feel.
Yeah, dude, it makes me feel like I have low T. So
You know what they say, the dudes with the nicest cars, though, don't really know how to fix it themselves anyway.
Yeah.
Around here, at least.
Well, as long as I can change a tire, right?
Yeah, sometimes just your car stops working, you kick the tire, be like, yep, needs an oil change. That's how much you know about cars. You kick the tire, diagnose it that way.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm pretty bad. Like if my vehicle has an issue, I don't fix it till the last possible minute, which is really bad. What does that have to do with those pictures?
Yeah. I just read that. We should just get him here.
I like this Shivers guy. I like him.
Yeah, only because he's the only person in the world that likes us right now.
Yeah, it kind of sucks being in a
Hey, if you want to check out our other channel, we got some good gaming stuff on there. Well, I wouldn't
No,
say
we
good,
don't.
but beginner level stuff, you know.
Huh.
The Resident Evil series is decent. That crocodile freaking
Hey,
part on that one video.
yeah. You see, the thing is though, is Shivers. Yeah. You can relate. Christ, Bernie's teeth looks like corn.
He's looking at.
How do you? How, how does staring at his face constantly? How does that make you feel?
Well, the cross out makes me feel better.
Yeah, I crossed out like that's a good 15% of his face.
Oh my god.
It's funny though because culturally, like I fit in with the Hicks. You know, leave me the fuck alone. Hunting, guns, all that stuff. But when it comes to freaking vehicles, yeah, I'm just. And they call my rig the Pussy Mobile because I drive a Mercury Mariner. So, and they're all either driving lifted pickup trucks or Mustangs, Chargers, or go-getters and whatnot. And I drive this grainy looking car.
How old is it?
It's a 2007. It's not that old.
My car is 96. It's more than 20 years already, and it still works. To be fair, though, there's cars from the 60s I see around here that still work.
Yeah, but see, those are nice sort of vintage cars or muscle cars.
Yeah. You get a lot of car shows around here, and I'm never interested in going. Except for the monster truck one that happened recently, but it was so lame because when we went, it was like the third show, and all the cars were already crushed when the monster truck was driving over them. So that was sad. I wish I knew more about Massachusetts or anything outside of Texas. I'm learning a little bit about Oregon because you live there and you tell me about it.
What do I tell you about Oregon?
About how liberal. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no. So
you act like it's a place. Actually,
I act like it's a what?
A shitty place.
Well, basically, what Shivers just said, talking about how Bernie Sanders is dumbass and all the cunts in his town who aren't in his town like him but voted for Hillary Clinton. It's kind of so. It's hard to explain. Yeah, I feel like I'm.
You know, for most of his life, he was like unemployed and still getting money.
Yeah, he was living off of the government.
And people see him as a good choice to be president. Like he's never legitimately made money his own way. Yet Trump's worked his way up and freaking, he's not fit. Which, in some sense, he isn't in terms of speech. You know, just. He doesn't know how to talk to the people. Well, some people eat it up, but...
That's the funny part about him, though, is if you watch anything from him from the early 2000s and the 90s and 80s...
He sounded smarter.
Yeah, he sounds really articulate. And
now he's, like, super dumbed down. I don't understand how that happens. Like, do you think he does it on purpose? Because... to trigger people, but to get more attention?
Well, no, old age, I think some of it has to do with old age, and because before the media never really attacked him, they were his friends back then, because he was really part of the media establishment.
Oh, there was a video. It might have to do with his diet, too, because there was a video, it was a BuzzFeed video, don't judge me, that showed his diet. We were going to eat like Donald Trump for a day, and I was assuming, oh, he's going to eat a whole bunch of gourmet foods and really well-cooked foods. And it was nothing but fast food joints that he would eat all the time.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny because you think about it, it's like, well, that's how he saved money, I guess. That's how he saves money.
Well, you see, what's so funny about that is there are legitimate things that you could criticize him about.
But that's they're digging in the bottom of the barrel at that point.
Yeah, he likes well done steak with ketchup. It's like,
oh, just like the catcalling video that BuzzFeed had, where the worst thing a man said was like, "Oh hey, how's your day?"
Yeah.
Or like, "Hey, beautiful," and they were acting like they were being freaking sexually harassed and groped on.
Well, what's bad about that though is There, they could have found something that was actually bad.
Oh, they were doing it for like 10 hours and they couldn't find anything bad.
Yeah, but
That's like the worst that they could find.
I understand where they're coming from though, because if you're a woman, you are vulnerable, and if it's constant, like all day.
Yeah, well, you should just stop being beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. It's either, oh, you're mad that no one wants you, or you're mad that too many people think you're sexy.
Yeah, Shivers brought up something.
That all the rappers used to put Trump in their lyrics back then.
Yeah,
And now they put him in their lyrics so they could talk crap about him. Eminem, yeah. That's what I was thinking, Eminem.
Trump handled that so brilliantly because he hasn't responded to him. And you know Eminem's just sitting there like, oh, dude, I got this. You know?
It's like, this is going to be award-winning right here.
Yeah, he's like, as soon as Trump says something, I'm going to release the next track. And then Trump's just like, nah.
The best part of his song for a lot of people is, man, fuck Trump. And that was it. That was the best part of the song.
Gosh.
I think Trump is still someone to look up to in terms of business-wise. I know people talk crap about, oh, he had $1 million loan. And it's like, yeah, it's a loan, which means he paid it back and some.
Well, in terms of a business loan, that's actually...
That's a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, not for a business loan, though, because that's really a small business loan.
Compared to what he's worth now.
Well,
definitely.
In general, even small businesses, they have a huge startup, anywhere from $200,000 to $1 million.
Yeah.
And then more than 80% of them fail. So.
Well, if you fail, it's your fault. You know?
Kind of.
Want you to look at me. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like, why are you wearing high heels and a short skirt?
You see,
going to work.
There is a line that guys shouldn't cross, and it goes vice versa too. But looking or just saying something innocent isn't that bad. It's blown out of proportion. When I worked at Fred Meyer's, there would be muscular. Wow. Now people know where I'm at. Anyway, there'd be
over here, and you say your address.
At 2017. No,
That actually is the big. You idiot.
No, it's not. You.
I remember you saying something like that.
No.
Okay.
I'm not that stupid. I can't think now. Anyway, so when I was a cart pusher, there would be muscular men that would walk through, and I can't say old, but middle-aged ladies would slow down, roll down their window, and whistle at the buff men, or the muscular men.
That's okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, they argue that men like being objectified. I'm just like, who says who? Like, says what study? Like, just because they don't. It's just because they don't complain about it. That's it. That's where they get the idea that they like to be freaking objectified from, is that they just don't complain about it, and men just don't complain in general.
To be fair, JD, I guarantee if you were walking down the street and all these sexy women were looking at you, you'd be like, dude, fuck yeah, I'm a stud.
Yeah, it's only a problem when an ugly woman does it. That's probably what the women think. Like, it's only fine if the most attractive guy says something good about you.
Well, it is fine. There was I don't know if it was staged or not, but basically it was this guy with an attractive profile, and he was talking dirty to all these women, saying that he was going to sit on their face, and they all loved it. Like, if you're a stud, you can get away with almost anything.
That though, she's dressing.
Yeah, this.
I think they just think it's normal to dress sexy. It's not. It's not like they're trying too hard. Really, in my opinion, you're try hard if you're.
Well, no, but he hit the nail on the head, because that's what provocatively means. It's to elicit a reaction or a response. Like, you're deliberately.
Oh, but the argument is, I may be naked and saying put it inside me, but it doesn't mean I want sex.
Yeah.
Because that's how far they go sometimes in their arguments. Like, this doesn't mean I asked for it. This doesn't mean I asked for it.
As if any guy has ever, like, seen a sexy woman and was like, oh, dude, I'm gonna go rape her real quick.
Predator.
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing Predators, the prison mate? Who goes, man, when I get back home, I'm gonna rape so many bitches. I don't know if you remember that movie.
Oh yeah, the one where they're on their planet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
honestly don't think that was their planet. I'm pretty sure that was a
just like a hunting ground planet.
hunting ground planet game show.
Like that
Bet
was
you
their
this.
Africa.
Oh
And,
my god.
and those were the dentists.
Yeah. Anyway, any gay.
Socialism sucks, guys.
Now let's get back to the.
45 minutes in.
Are you serious? Is that how long it's been?
Yeah, time
It's
just
not telling
flew
me.
by quick. We've retained these 3 people though, unless you're one of them, JD.
3 people. I'm pretty sure I'm one of them. I'm watching it. This first one might be you.
Oh no.
Whoa, you got 2 likes. Did you like yourself?
No, I didn't like myself. I'm not watching it. I'm only in the live stream area.
Oh, okay. I wonder if that counts as watching it. It still bothers me to this day.
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count because it's just the menu where you go through all the settings. Yeah, it's 3 watching right now.
Maybe Tyler's one of them. You know what? Let me send him a link. I'm sending him a damn link. He just joins the call. Oh wait, are we in Jew right now? We are in Jew. He could join whenever he wants.
Yeah, he should join. Come on, Ty.
Yeah. I'll tell him. Join the call, bitch. I'm just kidding. I'm trying to get the link here. Here we go. Copy. Paste. I'm going to say join the call whenever you want.
Do you own any guns, Shivers?
Are there any strict gun laws in Massachusetts other than the 10-round magazine one?
I think there is a there's a YouTuber called Liberty Doll, and she's a libertarian-leaning woman, and she talks about they can't use their planet, they nuke it, and back to socialists doing what they do best. Shit, we don't need all the technology.
Wait, I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. They
Oh,
can't use their planet.
He's talking about 2 different things at once.
And back to Soch.
All these gold digging whores out there. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Now,
I really wish
ain't
that
saying
gold digger
that
prank was real. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, there was some that were parroting it, and this dude.
Yeah, so basically he's asking this girl out and she's like no, because she doesn't know much about him.
Yeah,
But
and
then
then
she
he gets
sees
like a
him pull up to
Lamborghini.
this really nice car
Yeah.
and then does something and then about going out with him like maybe I can, maybe I have time. And he goes, sorry, I don't date gold diggers. And then he just drives off.
Yeah, I think the one you're talking about is from Vitalized TV.
Yeah, but is that real?
No.
I think it's Vitali. Oh no, it's Vitalized TV. Never mind.
Yeah, the dude who couldn't get it up in a porno.
I saw that. It was very sad.
And
I was sad
his
for him.
friend is just going to town on this hot chick.
Yeah, he actually made a video responding to that because everyone found out.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I was nervous," and
I had a Big Mac before and just my arteries were clogged.
yeah. No.
And it really stunk in that car, not gonna lie. Not,
No,
I
but
can imagine. Anytime you're around a porn star, it kind of stinks a little.
maybe.
Oh, my dad's.
I knew this would happen.
Yes.
You're gonna get spanked.
Till the podcast is over.
Where the thought touch you show me on the wall where she touched. That's funny. So, are you a subscriber, Shivers, or did you just happen to come across this stream?
I guess my dad was still up. Oops. I explained everything though. Did I unmute myself?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, wait a second. Where the thought touch you, show me on the wallet.
Oh, anyway, as I was trying to say, there's a parody of those types of videos, and the formula is basically the same. The guy goes up to the girls like, "Hey, you want to go get coffee?" "Ah, no." But instead of getting in like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, he gets in this giant tank, And then she's like, "Oh, is that what you drive?" He's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, maybe I can go out with you." He's like, "Yeah, no thanks. I don't like gold diggers." And he
I saw
drives.
the pink one. I
Yeah.
remember. You know about the gold digger thing though? I think it has to do with genetics. You know, because back in caveman days, women had to rely on men the most uh, to provide the most safety, and
Hmm.
now it's economic safety. You know,
Yeah, there's
so it's
definitely
built into their DNA that they gotta look for a man that could provide the best, give them the most comfortable life possible. So I don't think it's I don't know. But then again, they're fighting for I'm a strong, independent black woman, so
Yeah, well, see what you're describing. It's behavioral biology. There is an element of it
kind
where
of like how we have to find babies cute, otherwise humans wouldn't survive.
technically, yeah, and because back in the day, the guy who could hunt the most food, who could bring back the most food, or who could pick up the heaviest rock had a higher social status. Um, and those women who are saying that they're independent women, those are social constructionists, where they think that everything what men find attractive, you know, apparently a long time ago we decided that fat women weren't attractive, even though that's a biological uh, predisposed opinion that we have. Not
You have to
predisposed.
find me attractive, or you're a misogynist.
Yeah, pretty much. They're social constructionists, and behavioral biology really upsets them. So women do seek a social status, which is why a lot of women are obsessed with, celebrities. Guys. They like anything that's attractive because we were spreading our seed back in the day.
The beauty
Because
of being a man is all you have to do is make enough money, and you can find yourself whoever you want.
well, yeah, the only thing that's changed is the scarcity that we have in our society and how advanced we are. So back then, it was the dude that was the head of the pack, the alpha, and he either could pick up the heaviest rock or he could hunt the most food. He could protect her. But nowadays, obviously, it translates into something different, but it's still based on social class or social uh, hierarchy. So
Yeah.
if you make money, that's why most women they prefer a man who is taller than them. So even if you're a
Yes.
short
Yeah.
dude like I am, 5'7", women that are shorter than me would still find me attractive.
But that's about it. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. They have to
that's
be short.
about it. um,
That was for watching a little bit ago. I wonder if that was Tyler, and then he just left.
oh, it still says there's 4 for me right now. But yeah,
Nah,
those are
it'll go.
social constructionists. They should never be taken seriously. We should just purge them off the face of the earth. No,
Or just not touch them, and they'll die off eventually.
unfortunately, they never will because as long as humans are jealous and envious of uh, hierarchy, basically, like they're the same. They almost go hand in hand with communists because in actuality, on paper, communism seems nice because it's the abolition of hierarchies, meaning there's no class structure, there's no race structure. But unfortunately, life doesn't. Man, let JK. Yeah.
Oh, you're both short.
Hey, you're not that much taller either.
I mean, 3 inches. No, two. No, actually, yeah, I'm 5'10".
I thought you were
With my
5'9",
hair.
you whore.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm 5'10". 5'9" was when I was in middle school. Apparently, I've grown 1 inch.
I haven't grown since 6th grade. It's depressing. But
No.
my dad's 5'11" and my brother's 5'10", and then
That's
I'm
what you
down
get
here.
for doing sports. You wore yourself out too much. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, sports are actually because
Yeah,
it's
you
a
grow. I know.
yeah.
You
Uh,
just gotta eat enough. Apparently, I think I just didn't sleep a lot, especially during the summertime. Like, I would stay up so late. Okay, you remember our 2011, right? We
yeah.
would stay up playing video games. We would wake up early, play video games.
Was that 2011 or was that
10 maybe.
I
Oh,
feel like
2009, 2010.
I
No,
think
2010 was when we met.
2010.
Yeah, I remember because that's when I first discovered online gaming.
Nah, dude, it wasn't. I was in 7th grade.
2010.
I was
It
in
was
middle school.
2010.
Are you fucking with
I remember because I got fat in sophomore year.
me?
I stopped playing football.
um. Well, as a kid, I ate a lot of grains, a lot of bread, A lot of carbs.
And so did I.
Yeah.
You better not attribute that to your shortness.
Well, no, that is part malnourished, being malnourished.
Wait, you didn't eat vegetables either?
No, dude, I hated vegetables forever.
You know what? I think some people, okay, you know how I was telling you about the carnivore diet, and like it doesn't make sense that vegetables are good for us because we don't crave it. That
Yeah.
kind of makes sense, you know, to be honest, because what we crave naturally should be the foods that we should be eating. Naturally, I'm saying, because once you start eating like refined stuff, you get addicted, and that's what your new craving becomes.
The only problem that I have with that is we do crave refined sugars, simple carbs.
Not
Because
naturally.
no,
Like
no,
if they weren't around, we live without 'em.
well, no. Technically, you're right. Like naturally, because
Yeah,
those.
because once you have it at all in your life, it becomes a need like forever almost.
Well, no, but that's an evolutionary mechanism because your brain is wired to send you signals when you have access to a lot of calories. Because we evolved in scarcity. Like up until now, food and resources has always been scarce. That's why some people do the warrior diet closer to, mimic the way our ancestors lived. So
What if it's actually unhealthy to be too lean though? Some are saying now that the best percentage for healthy body fat is like 20 to 25. And even then you could still have abs at that point.
I think a lot of that speculation.
I
Um,
don't know. Too
I
much of it is because there's a lot of
well, I would say in 2018, living in the United States, it's probably more ideal to be lean, but back then it probably would have been preferable to have some amount of body fat, especially if it was scarce, food was scarce. Because what if you didn't have food for a long period of time? You would need that stored energy
what would
to
you
eat.
feed off of? Your
Exactly.
muscle basically actually? Because that's like the last thing your body wants to do is
Eat your
eat up your
muscle.
muscle.
Yeah. Because that's what fat is, stored energy. I don't need to tell you that.
Yeah, that's why I was saying people prefer fatty parts of the chicken more than the lean parts of the chicken.
That is true though. That is true. But the thing
Fried
is,
chicken. I'm just
your brain releases a giant amount of dopamine when you eat like dense foods, and sugar spikes your insulin and gives you that dopamine rush, which is why so many people in the United States are obese. It's unfortunately it's a consequence of being so advanced and having, and we'll never have a post-scarce society, but we're pretty close to post-scarcity, which is a downfall of capitalism, I guess. People get fat.
yeah, because we're living too good.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, that's funny too, because when it comes to suicide rates, it's really usually the privilege of the upper class.
Yeah.
More upper class people kill themselves than poor people.
Yep. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I can't
That's
argue
true,
with that.
actually. It's like completely true.
That,
It
or if there's
way
no
more often.
opportunity, because people in the Nordic countries, the socialist countries that Bernie Sanders likes to.
Oh, when they have nothing.
Yeah, because you're taxed at such a high rate. Like, they can't even afford cars.
No, they give them cars and phones
Yeah, and they dump coin.
and access just to everything,
They
but it
breed.
runs the country to the shitter.
I mean, they breed less too. That's actually an interesting thing that I want to get into.
Who breathes less?
Um, I think he's talking about upper class people.
Yeah, that's why how they're upper class though. They're not spending money on children that they're not ready for.
Well, yeah. So, no, but that brings up an interesting thing because societies. So we had our. So we see this trend across many countries. Like we see this happening in Europe, and we see this happening here. We also see this happening in Japan, where you have your boom, and for Western society, the boom happened after World War II. The baby boomers, and the population went up. But for countries that have post-industrial countries that have gotten past that post-industrial stage, the growing population is plateauing. It's on a decline. In Japan, they're suffering through it a lot more. It's more
Well, that's because they
exaggerated.
made a law for breeding, how they breed, and it's screwing everything up.
I thought that was China.
Oh yeah, well that could be both because Japan's it's overpopulated. I would assume that they would make a law like that too, to be honest. But I think China for sure has that issue.
Well, I don't think Japan's overpopulated. I think it's just Tokyo that's overpopulated.
Ah, no one wants to move out.
Well, no, it has to do with they're like all the men there. They're not in relationships anymore. They're in relationships with basically pornography and their sex dolls.
Ugh.
But that's
Yeah, the hentai will mess you up.
yeah. But here, like we see I don't know, you want to call them minorities. Basically, brown people, non-white people, are breeding quicker than white people. Basically, people that are statistically a lower class. Yeah, they're going.
You know what?
Yep.
I hear MGTOW a lot. What does that mean? Explain, because I've never heard that term before. I mean, I hear it all the time, and I never bother to look it up.
It's men going their own way is what it means.
Ah.
Okay. It's basically it's kind of a reaction against the left-wing postmodern feminism movement. It's they're encouraging men to stay away from relationships and girls, especially traditional marriage.
Yeah. So women are running dry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a reaction to postmodernism and the whole feminist movement.
Going back to the gun law thing, a lot of them say how Japan has like little to no gun crime, right?
Yeah.
And how we should be following what they're doing. But at the same time, they're all literally the same race with no one going into their country and staying as residents. And so it's like, so do you think we should all be white then? And that would, it's a weird argument.
No, so all those arguments, when they always look to these countries that have taken away...
They talk about one good thing they got going for them, but then they never want to bring up everything bad going on over there.
But here's the thing. So you've probably heard the whole Australia, how they did the gun buyback after they had like 4 mass shootings. Well, the thing is so they had 4 mass shootings and then they did the gun buyback, which didn't really work, and more people own guns than they did before. And then after the gun buyback, they had 4 more mass shootings. But the thing is before they did the gun buyback, there were 0 mass shootings other than that 4.
Dang.
And that was the same with Canada.
Stabbings increased. Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely London. London surpassed
find
New York.
ways to kill each other. Duh.
Yeah, London passed New York.
Dude, London, they're thinking about banning knives now that are too sharp.
Yeah,
That's how stupid they are over there.
not just knives, like kitchen gadgets.
Oh, remember that Lewis guy, or Luis,
Oh,
that you always freaking get
He's
in
a
debates with?
fucking moron.
He moved to London right now. He's living in London.
Oh, I hope he gets acid. No, I'm sorry, that's mean. That's mean. I don't mean that. That was.
He went there to throw acid on people's face. Knowing that guy.
He probably did. He's like, oh, you white privileged male acid dump. Anyway, but the countries where they banned guns, their mass shootings were statistically rare all the way. Yeah, that's...
Yes. Ban poison. Because people are going to start poisoning each other.
Fuck. Have you read...
It's going to get to the point where they ban tools.
Well, that's what a gun is.
True.
Oh shit, dude. Holy shit. Dude, my pistol just got up and shot somebody.
I thought something bad actually happened.
No. Frickin' Tyler, I'm good. I'm just gonna go sleep.
And then he shares a stupid video that I'm not gonna watch. So I don't know if it's actually stupid, but the caption looks stupid.
I think Tyler's watching right now. Hello,
Yeah.
dude. Join
Hey,
our
Tyler, is
call.
that you?
Join our call.
Yeah, people want to hear your voice.
It's a sexy voice.
I do like talking to Tyler.
So what's after
sometimes.
fingernails?
Crowbars. Baseball bats.
Baseball bats, coat hangers.
The knitting sticks.
Yeah.
File your teeth.
Oh, dude, I have some really sharp canines.
I don't think you need to file your teeth.
It depends, dude. I have sharp teeth. I'm a
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't
beginner.
think people need to file their teeth. A lot of people have just sometimes sharp teeth.
Well, yeah, that's why he's saying file your teeth next. If you have sharp teeth, file them.
Oh, you file it down. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought he meant file it to make it sharper.
No, no, no. He's saying file because I asked what's next. All right. So then after
That would be like the last step right there. Right there. Other than that, it's like amputate people's arms. You can't do anything now.
file them down to ban. Yeah, see, file them down to ban them.
Jeez.
Hey, Shivers, what video brought you to? He probably does. He probably does. Because I know people subscribe to my channel expecting me to talk more about the Young Turks. Because I took
And
a
they
really
never-
reactionary position.
But then they
against him.
never freaking
Yeah, see?
unsubbed.
See,
Was it a good video? Is it worth watching? I might watch it later.
It's entertaining, but I think.
I'm asking Shivers, idiot.
Well, let me tell you my opinion on it. And hindsight's always 20/20. It's an entertaining video, but it is one of my worst articulated videos I have ever made.
Oh, is it like Ray William Johnson, how he commentates things like faking gay or he did that. Oh my
Worst, dude. Not only was I a dick, I took forever to get to the point, and
god. Try to reach that 10-minute mark for the
well, I compared Anna Kasparian to Jared Leto's Joker.
What does that have to do with the Young Turks?
Anna Kasparian?
Oh, the chick
Yeah.
that called Alex Jones a fat fuck.
Yeah. Get off the
Okay,
stage.
I was wondering if that's who that was.
Yeah. I did a side-by-side picture of her and the Joker from.
I can't believe they spit on Alex Jones' face. It wasn't that bad.
It made me lose my shit. It was.
Oh,
It was funny. It was just.
I
Shit
can't
talking.
imagine Logan being funny.
Oh, you fucking did. Oh no! And speaking of that, I was actually writing some jokes. Like I have a lot of jokes about socialism.
Oh,
I'm gonna
tell me
save-
one right now.
Well, no, I'm gonna save them because I want to do a whole thing with that.
Drag it out as long as I can.
Well, no, because I think it would be cool to just like do a video where I'm just joking whenever I reveal my face.
So who's the fourth guy watching?
That's a good
Yeah?
question.
Anyone want to comment? No? Starts the video, goes to take a dump, leaves his phone in the bedroom.
Yeah. It's
Whatever,
Anna
I'll take that.
Kasparian.
I'll take that view.
It's Anna.
It's the Young Turks. Like, oh, this guy's back.
Oh gosh. Good times. Good times.
We should talk about video games in the next one because I want to cover E3. I really,
Oh,
even though we're not known at all, I like talking about video games and movies.
yeah, me
Oh, we
too.
can do something now.
Oh well.
While we're at
I
it.
guess I was telling you about the video. I didn't know what channel I wanted to put it on. This one, which has more subscribers, or the actual gaming one. But the video title was called Pure Evil, and it's almost done. It's probably going to be one of my best videos made. But it's not political. It's philosophical, and I go over the first Halloween movie, and I was going to have it done before the new Halloween movie comes out. Although the Joker shit was funny because she was being just over the top reaction to her being
And
edgy.
I need to see the footage. I'll watch your video later before bed or while I sleep or something.
Yeah, it's it was that's my favorite part of the video.
Yeah, we need to get good to where we could splice footage of stuff into the streams. We'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Well, OBS Studio isn't the best for that type of stuff because it's
Wait.
Were you listening to the audio? Huh. Anyway. So let me talk to you. It's probably dumb now. I just remember I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think it's not a bad video. I just don't think it's my best work. I think I made that video when I was trying to find out what type of YouTuber I would be. In a way, I was taking inspiration from Milo Yiannopoulos and Gavin McInnes. That reactionary, just edgy type of just being a dick. Because I thought that shit was funny. But But that's not necessarily who I am. I'm a dick. I'm a dick. I'll tell you that straight up. But
Yeah, no, she's at the point where she'll stand there and without even like bending over to poop, she'll just poop
that's
while
funny.
standing. Like just let it fall.
Oh, as I was trying to say, JD, I was trying to say this like 7 minutes ago, but we started
sorry.
talking about. Oh no, it's good, buddy. So the Young Turks video, the one that Shivers was referencing, the one where I got all those views on, it's entirely all those people joined or subscribed to me for that video because of that video.
Yeah,
and then
they thought you were gonna make videos like that, and they're like, "This is a promising channel right here," and then you disappear probably.
Well, no, I didn't disappear. I did make a few more of the Young Turks videos, and those did pretty well. But that wasn't what I did mostly. I went on to my more libertarian philosophy, not philosophy, but economics type stuff. So vastly different from.
Did you get better at talking? Because some of your video game talk, I don't know.
Dude, that's
You
old
just
though.
don't feel natural hearing you talk in some of those videos.
You'll have to watch the most recent video I did on this channel called "Why Communism Sucks."
Oh yeah,
It's a lot better.
that's good. You
Yeah.
did get slowly better because I went and watched your older videos and then at least your gaming channel ones because we're sharing it right now.
Yeah.
I was like, I might as well get to know this channel a little bit.
Yeah, cause I was nervous.
I'm a good talker. Like for my senior project, I pretty much BS'd it with the speech and stuff, and I nailed it. Got a 99. She took 1 point off for not the whatchamacallit. I had a PowerPoint that wouldn't open, and she only took off 1 point for that. I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, that reminds me. So junior year, I had a PowerPoint for English class, and I had my PowerPoint almost complete. Like I was slacking that trimester in that class, so it wasn't
Just flirting
complete.
with the girl next to you while you were supposed to be doing your PowerPoint.
No, that was different classes. No, but my friends somehow so these computers they were supposed to like it was a clean slate every night after like 6 p.m. or whatever.
Oh.
Where it would delete everything. But for some reason, my information to log on to my school email address was still there. So my friends, those fucking jackasses, went through my fucking PowerPoint presentation, fucked everything all up. But the great thing is when it came for me to do my presentation on the first day that we were doing the... Yeah, I can definitely relate to that, and I'll touch on that.
We should do a drunk podcast next week. We'll do that.
Dude, fuck yeah, we should.
We can get drunk and just talk.
Yeah, or at least buzzed.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I fumble through my words too, because I get into my head and I feel like I have to talk a certain way, and then it just doesn't come out naturally, and then I end up stuttering a lot. If I'm passionate about something, I can pretty much get through it and sound intelligent. Other than that, I shoot myself in the foot. But as I was saying, so when it came to the first day to present this presentation in English class, I wasn't done with it, keep in mind. And I was able to tell my teacher that, yeah, somebody went and fucked with my presentation. But what they did was they wrote, like, my ex-girlfriend's name from junior high because they thought I was obsessed with her. And then they put a bunch of swear words, and then they put, like, girls in bikinis all over my presentation. Completely fucked it up entirely.
That sounds like you should get in a lot of trouble for doing that. Not you, but they should have gotten in a lot of trouble.
But I thought it was funny, though, because they were my friends. So I was
Did you show the freaking class all that?
No,
like, you opened it up, and then you look behind you, and you're just like, oh, God.
Well, no, I checked it that morning before I went to school because I was going to work on it and finish it because I'm a procrastinator. I was at the time, and I was going to finish it before I went to school. But when I saw it, and it was so fucked up, I was like, oh, you fucking dicks.
I would have just looked at it, and I'm like, I could still pull this off. No, just keep going with it.
There was no salvaging it. It was A. Not luckily. Unfortunately, my last name starts with an A, so I would always... That's over the top. Oh, yeah. Anyway, because I would always be the first one because of my last name. Oh, yeah, my voice has not changed at all. I've had this voice since we first met.
Yeah, it's just called being a soy boy. I'm just kidding.
It probably is. Oh, okay. So that reminds me. Shivers, do you know a comedian named Owen Benjamin?
The gay one?
No, he's not gay.
No, he admitted that he was gay, and when he went to a gay pride, unless he said that to get them off his back at the gay pride play.
You're thinking of somebody completely different.
No, Owen Troyer? Is that what you said?
Benjamin.
No, my bad.
You're thinking
I
of
think
the
about
guy
Owen
from.
Troyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gay. Anyway, go on.
No, this Owen Benjamin, he's a comedian, but he came to my state in Portland, and Portland is the city that just ruins the rest of Oregon, and it's where I was born, unfortunately. So he was basically calling them all soy boys, and he calls Portland the city of soy.
Oh God.
He's like, yeah, back on the farm when I was a kid, and we always grew soybeans, and I always wondered where all these soybeans went, and then I came here to Portland. I won't do it justice because he's fucking hilarious. It's his joke. I'll show you the video at some point.
You're just like didn't get any laughs. You're like, anyway.
Well, no, I wasn't expecting to get laughs because I don't know the punchlines. And it's more relatable for me because that specific joke. Well, I wasn't there, but because I live in Oregon, I was born in Portland. I lived in Portland. I go to Portland a lot.
Yeah, you're just thinking, yeah, these boys are sissies.
Dude, it's so bad. So
Tomas don't seem like a sissy though.
But he's not from Portland.
Tyler can be a sissy sometimes. I'm just messing.
Yeah. You're not wrong there.
Oh God, in the bus?
Yeah. I don't know if I remember the story right, but in the early days before I was born, my mom would take the bus with my older brother, and black guys would spit on them.
Oh.
Because they were white.
Oh God, I hate that.
So my grandpa.
But it's not racist.
Yeah, it's not. It's because they're black.
Well, no, because we don't have power over you.
Oh yeah, apparently.
You do have power. You could freaking be racist and get away with it. That's power right there. In my opinion. Opinions don't matter though, but.
Lowell. You see,
Lowell?
It's a city in Massachusetts, and when he said Lowell, I thought it pronounced Oregon.
Are you serious?
Yes, it's so annoying.
Has they not played Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
Did Oregon Alley? How would they pronounce? I just don't get how they pronounce it bad like that. That's just so bad. Oregon, or is it Oregon? You said.
Oregon.
Sounds like a cool fictional place.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not. If in Oregon we could just get rid of Portland, or if Portland could secede and become part of Washington, that would be cool.
California wants to secede. They could be
3 different states.
No, they could be unsuccessful on their own, and without dragging their shit on us.
Yeah, well, it's always been talked about that Southern Oregon and Northern Washington would become the state of Jefferson. Yeah, it's like it's in the Lord of the Rings or something.
Oregon.
Oregon.
That's the main character, right? With the sword.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh no, that's Aragon. My bad.
Isn't that the dragon Aragon?
Or is it Aragorn? Whatever. My bad. I think it's Aragon, but I haven't seen it in a while. Another reason why socialism sucks.
Well, I think I'm entitled to the fruits of my labor.
Yes. And they always make you feel bad about wanting to keep your own money. Everyone that's pro-socialism, oh, well, I don't mind spending a little extra money so Jimmy gets his treatment.
Meanwhile, they only make $15,000 a year. No, I'm just...
It's like you say that, but once you start making a decent living and realize more of your money's being taken, it ain't so fun anymore. It ain't so cool.
I remember making 11 something at the grocery store, and then when I switched to the production sector of the economy, and I got a pretty big jump, it pissed me off because I felt like I had less money.
You got paid the same, technically,
it felt like
for more work.
Even with a $5 difference, I'm obviously exaggerating a little bit, but it's ridiculous the amount of money I don't get to keep.
Right now, I think I'm getting paid $16 an hour, and working 40 hours a week, I don't even make more than I don't even make 1,000. Like,
Yeah.
it's sad. But to be fair, I pay for my health insurance, and some of it a lot of it goes towards health insurance and 401k.
Yeah, that's different though, because at least it's going to you.
Yeah. But the taxes are still BS, actually. Not as bad as where you live at all,
Oh
by any
Jesus.
means.
No, fuck that. If this goofy fuck can't even spend a buck on toothpaste, then he doesn't deserve a cent. Yeah, just damn straight. um, so yeah, not only obviously we have all the federal taxes, but then we have state income tax, and then we have a tax on our health care now.
You know, I hear Georgia's even better than Texas. Like, they don't have, because over here we get property tax just for owning a place. Um, Over there they don't get property tax. The taxes are actually even lower rate than us for the taxes you do pay. And just the places to find to live in are just cheap rent if you're going to live out in the country.
Oh yeah, and speaking of another reason why Oregon sucks, our stupid fucking zoning laws, dude.
What does that mean?
Well, basically, what a zoning law is, it's a way they separate cities into districts. So you have your commercial district, industrial district, and just think of SimCity: commercial district, industrial district, and the residential districts. So in Portland, Oregon, you're legally not allowed to build apartments or housing in a district that is considered commercial. So you can drive all over Portland and you will find abandoned buildings that cannot be turned into housing because
Well, it gets turned into like freaking residential areas, as in like it'll be a store now that no one wants.
yeah, pretty much. Which
Okay.
brings up a story
That sounds bad.
It is bad. This brings up a story that I covered on this channel, and California is worse. So I'll just talk about the story. There was a guy who owned, and he owned a laundromat in San Francisco, and within 100 yards, it was I think 100 yards or 10 blocks, north, south, west, and east, northeast, southwest of him, there was another laundromat. So this guy wanted to build apartment complex out of his laundromat. He wanted to basically turn his laundromat into an apartment complex. Okay, let me think, because my brain's just fucking shutting off.
You're probably tired at this point.
No, I'm not tired. It's just there's so much that I want to say. And I'm looking at this
You don't know where to start.
That too, and I'm frustrated by all that shit, and I have a whole list of shit I want to talk about. Okay, so this guy owns a laundromat. He owns the property, he owns the parking lot, he owns the building, and he wants to turn it into apartments. And in San Francisco, I think the rent for a studio is like $1,500 to $3,000, depending.
So basically, for one room and one bath.
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
Oh god.
So this guy went to the city council, and at first the city council was like, "Yeah, sure, you can, we'll waiver this law for you. You don't need to worry about it. Screw the zoning laws." But somebody bitched because it would displace the environment. Meanwhile, it's in the middle of a city on property that he already owns. The elementary school bitched about it because he was going to build up to build apartments. It was going to cast a shadow on the elementary school. Keep in mind, this is California where it's hot as fuck. And not only that, they were saying that building an apartment complex would be bad for business. And next to this apartment complex are businesses and a subway station. So you would bring in more consumers to the commercial district, but somehow it's bad for business. He spent 4 years and over $1 million trying to fight the regulation laws and basically the city government just to build an apartment complex on property that he already owns.
Oh my god.
Oh, and then they said
you can own it. You just can't do whatever you want with it. You know.
Exactly.
It's gonna be very restricted.
Well, it
Okay,
defeats
I
the
have
purpose
to take a
of
dump. You could call me while I'm on the toilet.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna hang up and then I'm gonna join the call again.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about why I hate socialism.
Okay.
He does this a lot. No, back in the day, because we were playing Resistance: Fall of Man on PS3. I think I was in 7th grade, and he was a freshman in high school. So when we started talking, he would, on the chat, where everybody could hear him, on the game, leave and take his Bluetooth headset that came with the PS3, and he would take a piss. And everybody could hear him. He wouldn't mute his mic at all. And then it was that day that I knew that we were going to be homies. We were going to be internet pen pals, and we were going to play games together. And that was in 2010, I think, as he said. I swear he's wrong. I think it was 2009. But I don't know my years. My brain doesn't function anymore. Have you ever traveled out of state, Shivers? I've been to Washington. I was going to go to California. And then I broke up with my girlfriend. What states have you been to? Let's see. Oh, yeah, so the liberal part of California or the more conservative part of California and Florida. I want to go to Florida. That seems nice. Yeah, I was going to go to California next month, but then my shitty, I don't want to be mean. Oh, what's up? What's up, JD? Jesus. Hey, there's your name. Everybody knows your name now. Shitlib part. Yeah, that sucks. California would be so nice if they all just... I was just telling Shivers how on the early days of PS3 you would take a piss with your mic on. Anyway, California would be a perfect state if they just got rid of all their stupid left-wing laws and policies. Same with Oregon. Oregon's a beautiful state. We have rain. We have water. At least in our western part. I don't give a fuck. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I want more shirtless pictures of you, JD. That sounds pretty nice. Let me tell you a story about when I caused a power outage at school. It was junior year. It was integrated science. And we were learning how to make circuit boards. Basically, our school was so shitty that we were doing stuff we already covered. Yeah, I believe Florida can be a shithole. I think it depends where you go. Oh, anyway, so in integrated science, we were learning how to make a circuit board, how to light up a light bulb. And the way I wired the circuit board, I had this super senior who was using me so he could pass the class because I was a nerd. But I screwed up, and what I did with the circuit board was I made the current. It came from the wall. Like, our circuit board, we weren't powering it with a battery. We used a cord to put it in the outlet. So when I plugged in the outlet, basically the current came from the wall, went through my circuit board, and the way I wired it, it did a complete 360 and shot back into the wall. So there was a blue flash, you heard a pop, and the power in the school went out. And instantly, because my science teacher, she knew who I was, she knew quite a bit about me, she turns her head, looks at me straight in the eyes with this disappointed, I know what you did, you're a fucking idiot look. And the entire class, of course, because I was the goofball in that class, just, they looked at me, and I wasn't even embarrassed. It was hilarious. And I had this super senior that I was trying to help graduate, basically. I guess I don't know if he was a super senior at that point or not. But, that was some funny shit. I guess I'll tell one of my jokes about socialism. I have a whole page here of jokes I was working on. But the one I was going to do for this stream, Socialism Sucks. No, it was hilarious. It was a good time. I was pretty popular that day. My teacher liked me, so I didn't really get in trouble. We almost got to go home because I don't know what the law was, but it was anywhere from 15 minutes to a half hour if the power goes out. Everybody had to go home. They had to send the students home. Anyway, basically, my joke was, it's not original or anything. Like I said, I was brainstorming a bunch of jokes. I have a bunch of shit written down. It was gonna go, and I was gonna have this awesome delivery, but I'm just gonna say it in a monotone way that I usually talk. Who am I kidding? I talk in a high-pitched voice. Basically, for every hours you work in a socialist utopia, 30 of those hours goes to the guy only working 10 hours. There's going to be delivery for it, and in my other page of jokes, I elaborate on that and turn it into a story, and it's actually pretty funny when I was practicing it. I just don't have the balls to act. It's weird. I don't know. Yeah. I just need to work on my delivery for it. I have two stories, kind of, about my jokes with socialism. With that one that I just said, I was going to expand on it. I was going to... The only problem is when I talk, sometimes I can sound... Yeah, it's... yeah, it's funny because it's true. That's exactly right. My problem is, though, with my delivery, I deleted Last Breath on Earth off of YouTube, but I still have the video files because it'll always have a special place in my heart. And it's just, I've always wanted to make films or web series, but it's never worked out because all my friends suck and none of them are dedicated, and we had some that would move. No, it's not because I was embarrassed. I'm really not embarrassed. I have no problem with them. It's just, it's kind of a dream that I've given up on. Nobody consistent to act. I was going to say, because I proudly uploaded the one that Tyler's cousin through marriage put up. I think it's called... let me see. It's a short film, and it's on this channel because I knew it would get a little more exposure where I acted in it. Really well made. He made it for his college class at a community college. Actually, let me Creator Studio, Video Manager. I think it's called Actus Reus. Actus Reus. My Latin is terrible. I'm Portuguese, so you think I'd be able to pronounce some of these words? Okay, no, because that's going to give me law, so Logan for Liberty. Yeah, Logan for Liberty short film. Yeah, I acted in that, and that's up, because I'm proud of that work. Yeah. That's good. I have this problem. I don't know if it's because I'm from Oregon, if that's how we talk. But I notice when I listen back on when I'm talking, I talk really lazily. Like, lazily, is that a word? I'm a lazy speaker. My enunciation is terrible. I don't know if it's me because I have a speech impediment, if I talk too fast, or if it's the way Oregonians talk. Or if it's because when I was little, I was trying to learn Portuguese as well as English. I don't know if that screwed me up. Let's see. Yeah, so Actus Reus. It's on two different channels, but it's on this channel of Logan for Liberty. It was my friend Ty's. Alright, that's good. I'm glad you can understand me well enough. I know when I slow down and actually enunciate my words, I sound more professional, or... I guess it's one of those things where people don't like to hear their own voice when they hear it back to them, because when we're talking, our head vibrates with it, so we hear ourselves in a different way than everybody else hears us. So it was a rude awakening when I first heard the way I sounded. And I have some anxiety, not much. Like, I could handle myself, but it's mostly in social settings, because I'm really observant. So I'm always afraid that people are just as observant about me as I am to other people. I'm not judging other people. It's just I observe things that they probably don't want me to observe. I don't mean that to sound like a creepy way. Like, I'm just really observant. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Yeah, I was reading it somewhere. I'm going to pull a Joe Rogan. I read somewhere, and it was really interesting that people don't like their own voices. Anyway, the film Actus Reus. So my friend Ty, the one we were trying to get to join the call, his cousin by marriage, he was going to college. I don't know what he was going to college for, but he had a class, and one of his projects was he made a short film. And basically, it's about these two best friends. They were best friends, and one of them ends up getting possessed by the demon, and then he kills his best friend. I'm the one that gets killed. My best friend basically kills me. But I come back as a ghost to haunt him, and then the ending, there's a little plot twist. It's a simple film. It's like 15 minutes long. I'm terrible at explaining plots, but it's 15 minutes long. It's pretty good. It comes full circle, basically. I don't know what it was based on. Oh, and Last Breath on Earth, what Jesus, who we call JD, was talking about. For a while, I had some really good friends when I was in elementary school, and this was in the early days of YouTube. We had always wanted to make videos, but I'm the only one that kept making videos. And we wanted to do skits, short films and stuff, and we had always wanted to make a film. I unfortunately don't talk to them anymore. My best friends. We used to live at the same apartment complex in this town. They're from Florida. They're El Salvadorian, but they were born here. Their dad's El Salvadorian. Anyway, they kind of stopped. We kind of split up. I still talk to them every once in a while. I was the only one that was still making videos, and I've always wanted to make short films and movies and skits and all that stuff. And I've tried so many times making this series, which was my dream series. It was called Last Breath on Earth, and it went through 6 different reiterations, basically. It went through 6 different life cycles. It was a post-apocalyptic web series in my mind. The cause of the apocalypse or the setting always changed, but it was always the same basic premise. When I first started it, it was more science fiction, I get, like 28 Days Later type. That's how I always envisioned it. And then it turned into kind of a science fiction, like Langoliers, Stephen King type of story. It also turned into like a natural apocalypse, like nuclear warfare. And I've tried making it so many times, but my friends, they're just terrible. They say they're going to help me make it, and then they come up with ideas. One friend specifically, we would take the summer, because he would come during the summer, because he lives with his dad in a city that's 70 or 80 miles away, but he would come and visit in the summer because of his mom. He would ghost on us. He would be like, oh yeah, dude, we're going to do it. He ghosted on us 4 times. It sucks, though, because it's always been something I wanted to do. Yeah, it sucks, because you have this idea in your head, and you just want to put it down on paper. You want to put it on the screen, and you want to make it happen. You want to flesh it out, expand on the story, but it just doesn't work out. Yeah, so that's cool though. Comics, like what type of comics? Like superhero stuff, or I don't know if you ever heard of the TV show Jericho. Oh, I'm getting called. Okay. Rome. What the hell? Loading. Come on, let's load. Load this call. Load this fucking call. Okay, we should be. Oh, hi.
Finally.
Hello, buddy.
I skipped the wiping part just so I could make it back in time.
I like that. That makes me happy. It lets me know that you're dedicated to me.
Yeah, like your friends you were just talking about.
Yeah. Tyler included. That fucking
Yeah,
dick.
because right now it's 2 in the morning and I'm sticking to it, baby.
Fuck yeah, you are.
Download League of Legends while before you go to bed. I think you might like that one.
Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
That one's easier to get PvP on. To be fair.
I've always been fascinated by Cyberpunk. Was
Just in
Blade
general.
Runner would Blade Runner be considered Cyberpunk?
Yes, it would be.
Yeah.
So is the Alita Battle Angel movie coming out? I think that would be considered cyberpunk.
Yeah. I've
Or
always
is it Anita? I don't remember.
Yeah, I've always had this like fascination with dystopian futures. Like, as I was gonna say, as soon as you started calling me, there's this TV show called Jericho, and it's not cyberpunk. It's more, I guess, it takes place in like our setting. But the small town in Jericho, Kansas, they witness like a mushroom cloud over the horizon, and 21 or 23 cities got nuked. Anyway, the show got canceled twice, which is weird because it had over 9 million views, which is normal for TV shows on CBS. I think it was What?
I'm saying maybe it's just budget.
No, it wasn't budget. It was so they said ratings, which was bullshit because 9 million views. That's about as much as NCIS gets, and CBS still has that show. I think it's because the show was really conservative or right-wing because it was about a small town and they were defending their town with guns. And then it got canceled, and then season 2 comes and they're fighting their government with guns. And there's even a scene, the very last episode of season 2, episode 7, because that was a short season, where one of the main characters, because they're at a constitutional convention for a country that's called the Allied States of America. And basically the scene opens up, and I have a video on Logan for Liberty, and basically the guy was like, an hour roundtable discussion, lunch, and then boom, just like that, the Second Amendment's gone. And then one of the characters who was in season 1 and season 2 is the mayor of Jericho, the town. He's like, well, it's easier to pacify a country when they can't shoot back. So
Yeah, they got rid of it because it was giving the citizens ideas.
Well, it was a really right-wing show. Small town.
Yeah, that's why 2.5 Men got freaking canceled.
You mean Last Man
right-wing.
Standing?
Yeah. What did I call it? What did I just call it?
2.5 Men. The Charlie Sheen show.
My bad. Last Man Standing. I'm tired, so I could be saying something and thinking something different.
Yeah, that happens. Shivers, he's a creative person too. He likes to draw comics. I don't know if you saw that.
Sweet. Let me check out his channel while I'm at it. I can't. Never mind.
I've always wanted to draw comics, but I'm a terrible. I can't draw. I can't paint. I can come up with cool stories. That's about it.
So this one time, no, I'm just kidding. That's how all those stories should start. So this one time.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one time. Well, yeah. So, if you do come back, Shivers, on the computer, we're looking forward to it. You're a pretty cool dude.
Dang.
I like talking to you.
We got him to kill his phone. That's how good we are.
We barely talked about socialism.
So.
No, I'm not bitching about it because this was more of a test live stream anyway.
Yeah, pretty new. I would like to be pretty big.
Yeah.
Instead. Oh wait.
Your chode's not cutting it anymore.
Nope.
Oh, well,
Baby
apparently mine wasn't. So.
She needed something more tan. Cause you feel the tan. It's got more of sandpaper feel.
But I am tan, dude. Like I'm almost. If I
Is
didn't.
your dick really brown?
Okay, so there is this Mexican girl.
Oh yeah,
Junior
the one you sent me the picture of.
No. This is different Mexican girl.
Oh god.
Talking about flirting with girls sitting next to me in the computer lab. She was really cute too. Like she was really attractive. Anyway, she turns to me and I guess the lighting made me look even more dark than I was, and she's like, "Are you Mexican?" Yeah. No, I'm not. She's like, "Oh, well, in like this lighting, you look really Mexican." I'm like, "Psh, I'm Portuguese."
Like, oh, same thing.
Yeah. Well, basically, she's like, "Oh, so is that why you have dark skin and bright eyes and colorful eyes?" Because that's one thing that I always get complimented on. Not to sound conceited, but my eyes.
That's weird. So
Well,
plain.
they're not plain. They're green.
They're very plain. Anyway, go on.
They're
I'm
not
just
plain.
with you at this point.
Well, they change colors, um, depending obviously on the lighting, but also my mood. Like they can be like a really dark green or a really light green. Sometimes they have gold in them. I don't think they turn hazel. I think hazel is green from brown to green, or is it blue to green? I can't fucking remember.
I have dark brown. It sucks. Dude,
Yeah.
I have black hair. You know, usually it's either brown or dark brown. I have black hair.
Well,
I didn't know that was possible.
I have really dark brown.
I wish mine was brown, but it's black.
The only thing that sucks about having dark hair, in my opinion, is that when you start getting gray hair, it shows.
Oh, I don't mind gray hair. I don't know why people have a problem with gray hair.
It's because
Like-
women are shallow. No, I'm just kidding.
No, like women around here are fine with it. They
No, I was
think
joking.
It means experience. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true.
As long
to
as
an
you're not
extent.
balding. Honestly, though, if I was getting a receding hairline, I'd wear it with pride.
See, I'm lucky. I'll never go bald because I have a
Same
thick-
here, but I'm saying if I ever had it.
Yeah, I have
The
some-
only reason some of my grandfathers and stuff get it is because they're some heavy smokers, and that causes baldness.
Yeah.
But like if you look past that, like with other relatives, the ones that don't smoke, they don't go bald at all. They just get gray hair early at a young age.
I'm trying to think. My dad smokes, but he still has a pretty thick set of hair. I have thick hair.
I have too thick of a hair. My hair's so thick that when you cut it and like a little bit gets on you, it like there's always a small chance that it'll cut you. I bled because one got inside my pants, right? One little tiny piece of hair. It stabbed me in the leg, and when I pulled it out, blood came out.
I think that has more to do with the texture of your hair.
Yeah, it's just too thick. What do you mean by that? Because I think when I think thick, I think of like hard and...
No, thick as in you have a lot of hair.
Oh, yeah. I have a thick head of hair, but the hair itself also is just literally thick and hard. Spiky.
Here, let me like...
I wonder if the two watching is just me and you. I know one's me. One's got to be me.
One's not me because I'm not watching my live stream.
Yeah, the other guy has a butthole, doesn't want to comment anything. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We did get 3 likes, though, so that... I didn't like it, so one of them's not me for sure.
Yeah. Shivers was talking to us. That's
Yeah,
pretty
he
cool.
likes to interact. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. I hope he watches some more of our future live streams.
Maybe we should start scheduling them. Well, you know, there's a way to like post a schedule, like say, hey, we're gonna do it at this time.
Yeah. And I'm not dating that whore anymore, so we're good. No, dude.
I felt the same way when I broke up with one.
No, dude.
She didn't cheat on me. The one I had that I like always thought of as a whore was like she'd get with me to get some, but
And
then that's all she ever wanted.
That's fucked up.
I mean, I enjoyed it at the time. I don't know. At the time, I felt love for her, so it hurt. So that's why.
Yeah, I
But
know that
thinking back
feeling.
now, it's like I understand. You just want to get some. Just don't lie.
Yeah, see, it's not that she just cheated on me. Like, the way she went about the whole thing, and then what happened after that.
And then she tried to make it seem like she just wanted to break up with you for nothing.
She did do that, and that pissed me off. Like,
What did y'all argue about? You said it was a stupid argument that she broke up with you initially for?
yeah, so we just got done with the movie Solo after I spent fucking $50 on a date. And then I was anxious to get back home, and sometimes when I'm anxious, it sounds like I'm snapping or like,
Hurry up.
well, my voice gets higher pitched and it sounds like I'm stressed. You've heard it.
Yeah, no, I haven't. You're always happy-go-lucky with me, so.
Yeah. Well, no, like when we disagree, and then like my voice gets higher pitched, and then I talk
Okay.
faster. Yeah, it's like that. But thing is, I wasn't actually like frustrated or anything.
She was acting like you were being a dick, and she can't be with a dick.
Yeah. Well, she started crying, and then she like. Well, so when I would get mad at her though, I would tell her to get out. Because I wanted to have time alone so I could
I would
calm
never
down.
do that. First
Well,
off, I've never done that.
well, no, like this would be during bad fights, not like oh she sneezed so I'm pissed at her. No, like we'd get in a fight and I'd want to calm down because I like to talk rationally. So I'd say, all right, just get out, just give me some space, leave me alone. And she'd just sit there and hey, what's
You
up,
back?
Shivers? Glad you're back. And she would just no. And I'd be like, no, seriously, get out. And she'd be like, no. But we were in her car after the solo fight, and I was like, all right, no, I'm not gonna get out of the car because she was like, I should just go home, and we shouldn't hang out till tomorrow. And I was like, no, I'm not getting out unless you break
We
up
gonna
with me.
talk about this.
Yeah, because I wanted to talk about it. I'm like, I'm not getting out unless you break up with me. So about 10 minutes later, after going through that stupid shit, she's like, all right, well, I'm breaking up with you. It's like, fine, fuck it. And I got out because I wasn't going to do that shit. Anyway, I felt shitty after doing that because I didn't want to get out at the time. Because at this point, I had no idea that the whore cheated on me. I feel hatred.
How'd you find out? Like the next day,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, because I was like, all right, well, can we just, give each other our stuff back? She gave me my stuff back, and then I sat in the car. I'm like, all right, well, why are you doing this? Because this isn't like you. Because for 4 years, no, it's all good, Shivers, it's all good.
Yeah, 4 years. We freaking break up out of nowhere for the dumbest reason. Why though? Does that you basically? You're like, why?
Yeah, I was like, why are you doing this? Because she would be so jealous over chicks that I worked with when I worked at the grocery store. She'd be jealous over everything. She'd get on me. She'd always be like, are you doing this? Are you doing that? And she was like that up until that very point. Anyways, I was like, why are you doing this? And she told me that she cheated on me. I was like, all right, well, all the way. And she's
Bye.
like, yeah, all the way. And then, oh, dude, I was fucking livid. But for some reason, like, because I had feelings for her fucking 4 years. So it's like I didn't blow up because in my head it was this cycle. It was like this cyclone of emotions. Like I wanted things to work out and I wanted to fix it, but then I was like, oh, I can't be with somebody like that. That's toxic. And then she played with me after that because I was still like had a cyclone of emotions because I wanted things to work out because it was 4 years and then I didn't. And she was kind of, if she's jealous, she's probably cheating.
That's what we're saying. No, no, I don't believe that. Their clinginess isn't a good sign of cheating. I think
Huh.
that just means they're insecure about themselves. And they don't want you to leave for someone else. That's
Hey,
what jealousy is usually.
huh. Oh, anyway, what was I saying? Oh
I'm
yeah,
trying to remember.
she was like basically playing with how I felt. And what else? Oh yeah, and the day that I don't know if I told you, but the day that she cheated on me was the day that my grandma had a stroke, and I wasn't at work, but I wasn't ready to see my grandma, so like it would have been nice to have my significant other to be there with me, but the fucking whore was cheating on me, so at that time.
It was just once. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it was just one
Okay,
time.
so same thing sort of happened with me and Adrian. Slowly, she was talking to this dude, right? And freaking, she was crushing on him while she was with me, and this pissed me off. We basically broke up. I go, you know what? It's either me or him. I'm not doing anything. I'm not dealing with any of this. And so, because we were just having issues, right? And so she took that as we broke up. She went to the park with the dude, and they were on the swings. He was trying to get her to come home with him, and she was like, no, no, none of that, no. But then it turns out she kissed him because she thought we were broken up already. Like freaking, it took a lot of work after that before we were finally fixed. It was just such a messed up situation. But I don't know. I'm surprised we worked through that, something like that.
Well, I
But
mean,
then again, I told you about what I did, right?
yeah,
Like the day after.
you got some revenge.
Yeah. But not against her. It was like I went to go mess around with someone else. But I got a little too far because I thought about it. I'm like, she only kissed the dude, and I'm about to bang this other chick. And I was like, I felt so bad, and I ended up canceling. Like as I was with that other chick, I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, shivers. Did you read his comment?
At least you get through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well,
It's just we love each other so much, and then she realized how much of a mistake she was making, and just she felt like I was being distant, and she didn't like that.
see, that's what fucking that one chick said. I'm not gonna refer to her by her name anymore. That's what the bitch said. Um,
What, that you were being too distant?
yeah.
With her?
Well, to be
She didn't
fair,
like it?
to be fair,
Were you?
yeah. Well, okay, so there was the way that I was when we first started dating, and then there was the way that I was after we started dating.
Yeah, that's what she was saying, that the magic is going away.
Yeah, but
And I try to explain to her that's what happens.
well, you see, it's not that. It's like because I was in high school. We were in high school when we started dating, and I was out of high school. So like I was 18, 19, 20, 21, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with my life while she was still in high school. Towards the towards that part of the relationship. So like it wasn't that I was being distant, it's just that I was trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. And then in my mind she was like building this whole thing up. She's like, oh, I want to be with you forever, you know, have kids, blah blah blah, get married, blah blah blah. And I'm sitting
And
here
out
like,
of nowhere.
yeah, out of fucking nowhere. And I mean, there were in right, hindsight's 2020. There were moments where I could have been like shown more affection, but now that I think about it, it's like it's a good thing that it happened.
She could have talked about it first.
Well, yeah, that's what I was.
And my issue is Adrian did talk about it, and I didn't do much to fix it. So I was going through. It was a weird year. I was working a lot.
Yeah.
I was going to school. I would hardly see her. And a lot of the times that I had alone time, I'd prefer to play video games sometimes than go and see her.
Yeah.
And that was driving her away. And that was the issue.
I don't blame Mugtail when that shit happened. Yeah, no. Like I understand Mugtail. I really do. It's almost like the alt-right, like although I don't agree with the alt-right, I think a lot of the alt-right goes too far. I'm not talking like the Gavin McInnes alt-right. I'm talking like Richard Spencer alt-right. They go a little too far, but I understand them because it's not as bad as the left in what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's
some of the alt-right might be racist, though.
Some of them definitely are, but to me it's not as bad because it's reaction. It's a reaction. Like imagine, oh, you can't be racist towards black people. Oh, white privilege this, white privilege that. Oh, white genocide. Like there was a Democratic politician. I have a video on it. I don't remember where. I think it was New Jersey, and he basically, same though. I like pussy too much. Amen. Amen. And he made a joke about white suicide, and I'm not offended by that. I like dark humor. I like fucking, TV Maxwell, South Park, all that shit. But it's just like, at a certain point, you're going to have to accept that people are going to lash back. They're going to fight back. They're going to get so frustrated with being told that they have privilege when they have a shitty life. Fucking.
But then they take it too far. Some of them take it too far.
Well, yeah, the fucking Dodge Charger was a little too far, but it's... Fucking, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, I'm not gonna go up to some dude, punch him in the face, and not expect to get punched back. And then when he punches me, be like, oh god, what the fuck? Why would you punch me? Wow.
That actually kind of is the black mentality, though. Like, when this black kid got shot for breaking into someone's house, the whole family was like, he wasn't trying to do nothing. He was just trying to steal something for school.
Yeah. And
they're acting like he was actually the victim in all this. Because he got shot breaking into someone's house.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sympathetic.
So like, it's like they could do all the harm they want and think that it's fine. Then when someone reacts to it, they're still fine.
Yeah. So, see, there's two things I want to touch on. Because Shiver said he's sympathetic to the alt-right, which is a sentiment I feel. Even if I don't agree with them, because I don't believe in white nationalism, but I'm
Yeah,
sympathetic.
you don't believe in their politics?
Yeah, because they're basically Bernie Sanders, just,
The other way. God dang, how long has this stream been going on for?
2 hours and 1 minute.
God dang.
2 hours and 2 minutes. Close. Yeah, I'm sympathetic to the alt-right, even if I don't agree with them. What else did I want to touch on? What were you just talking about?
I don't know how our freaking girlfriends got into this.
Yeah, neither do I, and it's like I forgot we were live streaming.
Nah.
Anyway, they're libs who went the other way. That's
They're
exactly
just
it.
SJWs that went the other way. No.
Instead of hating white people, they love white people. Maybe a little too much, but they're libs.
Yeah. And hate blacks.
That's funny. It's like the alt-right. Why are they right-wing? Is it because they're pro-white? Like, is that the distinction between being left-wing
Because
and
maybe
right-wing?
they like free market and that's about it.
No, they're national socialists though.
Oh God.
They're basically.
Then how are they all called alt-right?
Well, that's the thing. Is they're.
I think it's because they're socialists, but then they're also racist of a specific race. Because if they're racist of white people, then they would not be alt-right. They would be liberals.
Yeah, not all of them are racist. Like
Yeah.
I make a distinction between the Gavin McInnes's and the Chris Cantwell, Richard Spencer types. Especially Kekistan, dude. That thing's fucking hilarious. I think that was started by Jeff Holiday. Anyway, but yeah, like, what's the distinction between a national socialist who has white pride versus a national socialist like Bernie Sanders, who buys into the whole friggin' thing of white privilege? Like, that's the only distinction between them. Other than that, they support borders, universal health care, government regulation, all across them, centralization.
Faking gay.
Fucking gay.
Faking gay. I'm glad Ray William Johnson got out of YouTube.
I really liked Equals 3. That was a good
I only liked the footage that he was showing off of other people's work.
I thought he was funny. I really thought he was funny.
At first, maybe,
first.
but then when you realize every video is the same commentary all the time, it's like, it gets old.
See, I liked it. I think it changed a little too much.
Yeah.
Like, he got bored of it. He got
Like he was
burned
forcing
out.
himself to get videos out.
Yeah, forcing himself
At least
to
he
do.
quit naturally, like
Well, he still makes videos, just not.
going back. Yeah, I guess
Oh.
the meme got weird.
Yeah, they are dated.
It's getting to the point now where specific memes are associated with very specific months of the year. At this point, because memes get shot out so frequently at this point.
They come and go. The memes come and
Instantly, they last a month, and that's about it.
go. I think the really good memes are memes that build. Remember when the white versus blue, or was it gold versus blue, that whole dress thing?
The ones that really stir up controversy.
Yeah, that was, I swear to God, that lasted for months. But then Laurel
All
versus
that
Yanny-
is Laurel and yeah.
But the thing is, like, I feel like that one died a lot quicker.
You know what? I've never actually watched that video to know whether it says Laurel or Yanny.
That was dumb as shit.
Is it actually something that makes you? Is that something that people hear different things with, or is it something that's obvious?
Yeah, well, it's actually saying Laurel, but depending on the video you're watching, depending on the speaker, depending on... It made like a third sound too, yeah. It really depended on the speaker, on the volume, on the pitch that it was changed to, how your ears were at that time, how they were adjusted.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah.
Laurel Yanny.
And then you could, if you really tried, you could make your brain switch between Laurel and Yanny.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to it right now. I'm curious.
What third sound did it make, Shivers? Because I didn't hear about the third sound. Huh. That's interesting. What was that third sound? I couldn't hear either. I don't know how to spell it. Okay. That's fine. That's weird, huh?
It sounds like I'm just hearing Laurel over and over and over.
Yeah, for most people, you're gonna predominantly hear one. I predominantly heard Laurel, and then I heard Yanni the next day, but it's still Laurel to me. And
I heard
Shivers,
moral.
Moral,
Moral.
and Shivers is saying that he heard a third sound.
Did you hear Laurel? Shivers?
No, I think he
Whatever
said
it
he
is.
heard a third sound. He doesn't know how to spell it though.
Okay, I'm gonna try a different one because that was one video. Oh my god, I don't want commentary. I just want to screw you video.
We only have 2 people left.
Did you invite him to our chat?
Then I invite who to our chat?
Oh, never mind. I'm hearing my own voice off our stream because I clicked on it again and the volume went up.
Oh. I'm trying to think. Show a picture of me with some thick ass hair.
Yeah, check out our gaming channel if you're interested.
It sucks.
It's decent. We'll work our way up.
No, there's some good stuff on there. Other bad stuff.
PC only, because that's the easiest thing to record off of at the moment.
No, it's
Our
not.
PS4 has better editing software for free.
But I've already dedicated the money into Sony Vegas, so.
Oh yeah, so you're not even going to use the Sony editing software. PC Master Race, this guy plays PC. Yes.
The PC Master Race.
Only to find out we play shit games anyway.
It doesn't even
Like it's
matter.
like, oh, let's see what these guys play. Oh. Oh, dang it.
It doesn't even matter.
Though I got a PS4 too. Same. Both of us.
Yeah,
PC
yeah.
and PS4.
We have a PS4 as well. I like the PS4.
Something tells me his username in all his is Shivers.
Is your username Shivers?
Or your, yeah, PSN and whatchamacallit. The problem with PC is you got multiple freaking accounts to play games on. You got Steam, Battle.net, Origin, Ubisoft has their own thing, Uplay. And then Epic Games to play freaking Fortnite.
Part of it.
Shivers 69. Oh, you're edgy. No, I'm just kidding.
Shivers me timbers. No, Shivers 69. God, dude,
that's something I could imagine.
I wish I still had Evil Demon 2, but that's another story about another ex-girlfriend that stole my PS3.
Wait. Was that Julia?
No, that was Jennifer.
God dang, they all start with J. No, I'm just kidding. Except Braylon.
Well, there was
I hear that joke all the time.
Julia.
You must hop on a whole bunch of people's live streams then. I can't believe you got on a computer just to keep watching. I find that...
Maybe we're entertaining. I like it.
Maybe. I could tell my voice is getting more tired.
To be fair, I do watch Owen Benjamin. Steven Crowder, Owen Benjamin, Dave Rubin, Ben Shapiro.
He's gonna change his name now.
Yeah.
Shivers me timbers.
Shivers my timbers, goddamn. Oh.
Yeah, but I think you'd like League of Legends if you were to switch onto that game. I mean, not switch, because I like Here's the Storm. I like the quick pace action in that one.
Okay.
Here's League of Legends is more of a build up.
Let's make a rule,
feels
JD.
rewarding.
Let's make a rule.
Stick to one game.
One game a month.
Okay.
Okay. One game a month.
Whoa. No, wait. I still want to finish Resident Evil. We're gonna do that. Do at least an hour tomorrow.
Let me guess. You had quite a bit of friends in high school, but then after high school, you just like all went your separate ways.
No, I still hang out with my friends actually.
Sorry, I'm talking to Shivers.
Oh. I have a girlfriend to hang out with mostly.
Yep. I lost a lot of friends because basically after high school they all went
Graduation.
away. Well, not only that, graduation, I became more political, and a lot of them didn't like what I had to say. I
That
hung
shouldn't
out,
be a reason.
but it was, unfortunately. I hung out with Braylon a lot, and a lot of them left. A lot of them left, which is why I'm trying to leave this town with Tomas.
Yeah, to Texas? No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, man, hey.
Dude, if you did, I would make some videos with you. Like, I would put in the effort.
Yep.
Yep. What is a neat? I don't know what a neat is.
It's I think it means not in education, not enrolled in education. No, not in employment, education, or training.
And he says, sorry, misspelled. You just sound like a dumbass.
No, I think that's what that means. Because after high school, he didn't go to work or college for a while. Yeah, see.
I tried college for a good semester.
I plan
It
on
didn't go
going.
so well. It's just too much for me when I'm trying to work and make money for bills. And then homework. Dude, homework is ridiculous in college. I don't get how... In universities, I think it might be easier, actually. Because if they have time to party in universities, either that or they don't have jobs. Because I knew some people that would go to college and they were living the party life. I'm like, how can you even do that?
To be fair, most of the ones that partied aren't doing anything with their degree.
Art history.
Yeah. Underwater vagina ballet.
God dang.
You
know what would make college cheaper for everybody? If they got rid of mandatory freaking classes that you don't really need.
Oh yeah.
Like, why do I need to learn another language if I want to be in mathematics? Or, like, why do I need to know mathematics if I'm going to be an English major?
Yeah, off their dad and mom's money. Well, there's three main things, maybe two, that I can think of that would make college cheaper. Is you get rid of guaranteed federal student loans, because there was a giant increase in the price of college after the government started guaranteeing money to students. Because before, you would have to get a loan from a bank or some private organization.
And they have to think you're promising.
Yes, exactly.
They don't just give it to you. Actually, that's how FAFSA works, kinda.
Well, that's why there was a community
grants.
college, because community college is like a second chance. True, yeah, credit cards.
You know what, that sucks. I got a few credit cards. I'm paying. I paid off my. I had Field and Stream because I bought into archery. I finished paying that off, and then I have a car one, CFNA, for like anytime I have an emergency that I need to get my car fixed with.
Yeah.
And then I have one Kohl's card, but Kohl's I don't ever shop with it. I said, give me that credit card so you can stop asking me about it. Because every time I shop for something, they're like, would you like to try out our credit card or something like that? I'm like, oh my god, shut up.
No.
So I got that. I didn't, but like I kept saying no, and they wouldn't stop. So I got it, but I'm not using it. All I have to say is, I already got one.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. And it's on file that I have one, so they don't ask.
What were you going for?
Wait, you went to credit? I mean, went to college?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Or are you asking me?
You.
Engineering initially,
but then you realized you were too dumb.
Yeah. No, I just didn't have time for all the home. I was forced to take art history.
Yeah.
Dude.
That's how they get... Yeah, is that what you're talking about with mandatory classes that have nothing to do? Yeah.
I had to take that. I had to take psychology, which wasn't going to help me. Actually, that did help me in real life application, but for career-wise, no. It did not help me at all.
See, I want to go to school for...
the only classes that were important was... Because I was taking 4 classes which is funny because my dad said that's not full time, which it kind of was because I was going Monday through Thursday. I guess half my day maybe, but
Yeah.
like 4 classes to me during that time it felt like full time. I don't understand people that take like 8 classes and work. It's like how do you do your homework?
My brother did. He went to ITT Tech before they closed down.
You're taking 8 classes?
And then he'd go to work.
How?
Because my brother's a freaking nerd. He only went for 2 years though. I'm going for graphic design.
I hope that's promising, boy.
Yeah, you make quite a bit of money for graphic design. I'm learning outside of college on Team Treehouse. I'm learning HTML, CSS, and Java.
I think I'm gonna stick with Costco. 1 more year, 1.5 years, I'll be at $23 an hour, and that's living it up in Costco in Texas.
What do you think you would what you'd want to do with that with animation? Like, what are you wanting to make?
Anime. No, I'm just kidding.
Anime. No, I want to go for computer electronics. Or
Just
computer
anime
engineering.
intros, not even like the shows. Just the intros. Actually, anime intros be lit, to be honest.
Well, you can make them for big YouTubers.
Or just even for commercials.
Mm-hmm.
There's some animated ones. Esurance. No, I'm just kidding. With the pink hair chick that was a spy, which had nothing to do with insurance.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, thing about cartoons and shit. Yeah, why not anime? Fuck yeah, dude.
Cartoons is gonna be guaranteed money right there. They're always looking for animators.
Dude, and you can get all those anime girls that are into anime. I used to work with a bunch when I worked at the grocery store, dude. They were hot as shit.
I found it okay. This always made me mad that there was these chicks that were into anime that were hot, right? But they thought you were a nerd if you played video games. I'm just like, what? What?
You see, when I the ones that I found, one was hot as shit. Like, Tomas swears up and down that she had a thing for me. I don't think she did, but I liked her. Anyway, dude, she was into anime, video games, and all that shit, dude. Fuck. She was beautiful, dude. She was a beautiful girl. We were really good friends. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the thing about Tomas is he doesn't care where we move to. He just wants to leave this town. He's even thought about moving to Colorado, so weeby girls are hot. Dude, fuck yeah, they are.
Some are. Because I know this one that's non-binary, and
Oh yeah. Well, once they get into the social constructionist territory, it's
yeah,
pretty
they
bad.
get ugly. They just all get ugly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The one I was talking about, the one that I was really good friends with, she hated feminism.
that's good. Like I can't say anything. Just that's good.
Yeah, well, you know. So yeah, I could probably convince Tomas to move to Texas because we're either looking at a more conservative town where we're at, where the rent's cheaper, or moving out of state because he wanted to move to Colorado, but I could probably convince him to move to Texas.
Do it. He'd love it here.
He probably well, and because in our town it's mostly overcast, so I know for a darker person, like you can actually end up depressed because you're not absorbing any vitamin D.
Tread.
Oh yeah, so speaking of that, I was reading this article by the Wall Street Journal, and
I
basically,
read somewhere.
yeah, I read this article somewhere. I know a guy, dude, pot. No, anyway, it was the Wall Street Journal, and they were talking about how sex is cheaper, like getting it, and how people, they're not trusting in traditional relationships or marriage anymore. And when I read that, I was kind of depressed. I was like, because I'm into like fucking marriage and monogamy and shit like that.
Me too.
So it was kind of depressing.
With a side of cheating sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. So it's like 3 in the morning for me. So I'm gonna have to call it quits for today. We need to do it earlier next time.
I agree.
Because we started like at midnight. Who does that?
Well, for me, it was like 9 or 10.
Yeah, exactly. It's midnight for me, bro.
Well, it's midnight. It's almost 1 a.m. for me right now.
Well, I say we stick to once a week on this, and then once a week on our Let's Play channel.
Yeah.
And I'll probably send him a link to that.
Peace.
Or he could just look it up. I'll just say hi on this. You can click on that to find the channel. There we go. Oh God, it's 3 in the morning for this dude. He ain't got a job.
Yeah, I was
No, I'm
gonna
just
say
kidding.
it's almost 4 for him if he's from Massachusetts.
Okay, we'll see. I'm the one doing the work by talking in this video, so no, I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
kidding.
what's it to you? There you go. That's our gaming channel. What's it to you?
And my Steam name and my PlayStation name.
Yeah. It was originally Geeks of the West, but I wanted to entice JD to come over.
If you want to add us on Steam or whatever, go for it. We like playing Here's the Storm. And that's it right now. Resident Evil 5 is for us personally. No shit.
Yeah. Dude, hit us up sometime on YouTube, at least.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Tell
your
all
mom,
your friends.
your dad,
Tell your mom, your dad, and your sister.
your boss.
Yeah, tell your boss. Tell your teachers.
Alright. I'm gonna leave the call.
Dude, fuck yeah, sweet deal. Looking forward to it. You know how to
See.
reach us on here. We're on here often. Alright.
End the call. I mean, not end the call. End the thing first.
Have a good one, man.